For centuries, humans have built incredible structures like the original seven wonder of the ancient world, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with stone, brick, and mortar. But sadly, many of these marvels were lost to earthquake and wars. Today, we focus on more recent selection. The new seven wonders of the world in the early 2000s, a global would replace ancient choices with a selection by people worldwide. Join us on this incredible journey as we explore the stories behind these new seven wonders of the world and what makes them so special.
Rome started in 8th century BC and became the heart of massive empire, spreading its influence across Europe, North Africa, and Middle East. They shaped the world we know today. Need proof of their power? Look no further than the mighty Colosseum, also known as Flavian Amphitheater, built nearly 2000 years ago. This giant stadium was Rome's ancient theme park. Imagine 80,000 people cheering for gladiator fights, wild animal shows. It was all about fun, but also a way to show off Rome power. Basically, the more amazing the entertainment, the stronger the empire looked, but the re-election wasn't always in the crowd. This underground maze of tunnels and chambers, the Colosseum Hypogeum here, where gladiators and animals waited their turn to enter the arena. The Colosseum was so well built they could even flood the arena for fake sea battles with real ships. Imagine doing that without jet skis. Seating wasn't just random. The closer you were to action, the higher your rank in Roman society. Emperors got the best seats, everyone else further back. This your rank in Roman society. Emperors got the best seats, everyone else further back. Flimsy arena. Special round tops and hidden hallways held it all up. It was so clever, they could even evacuate all 80,000 people in just a few minutes after a show, way faster than a movie theater. Earthquake couldn't shake it, and even if some severe thunders took a few breaks over time, the podium still stands strong. Today, a million of tourists flock to see it every year, and on Good Friday, the Pope even leads a special walk around it. Pretty cool, right? Want a quick history lesson you can hold? Grab a 5-cent euro coin, look closely. There's a tiny reminder of Romeo's giant impact that continue to inspire us today.
Hold on tight, we're resuming through time like on a magic carpet, landing in the Middle East. Deep in the Jordan's desert sands lies a wonder older than history books, Petra. A city carved right into the rock itself more than 2000 years ago. Unlike any other cities, Petra wasn't constructed on the ground. A mysterious people called the Nabateans started down the harsh desert and shared challenges accepted. They carved on entire city right out of the towering cliff themselves. Imagine these cliffs hitting a maze of temples and tombs. They're the wonder of Petra. Our adventure starts by squeezing through a narrow passage called the sea. The natural cannon not only serves as a spiritual entryway but also played a crucial role in the city of defense. With its towering walls just an arm's length apart, casting long shadows in its dim light. And guess what? What's waiting for us at the end? The first thing you will see in the incredible treasury. A building with fancy carving all over the front, but Petra is a much more than just this. One building. There also the monastery, a giant temple way up on the cliffs with views. So good they will make your jaw drop. Everywhere you look, there are amazing things. Tombs, temples, even houses, all carved right out of the rocks. It was a busy place, full of 5,000 of years ago, showing what humans can achieve for hundreds of years. Petra was a thriving center of trade, a busy stop along the famous Silk Road, but just like everything else, time eventually caused up. Earthquake damages the city, and people had to leave for a long time. Petra was lost, a hidden treasure buried in the sand. In 12, Petra was found again. Explorers were blown away, and so was everyone else who saw it. The amazing city has even been in a movie, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Leaving the ancient wonder of Petra, we now head east or to India to visit the majestic Taj Mahal, a mesmerizing masterpiece crafted from dazzling white marble. But it's more than just beautiful, it's a love story written in stone. Mumtaz Mahal, Emperor Shah Jahan, cherished wife, tragically passed away during the birth of their 14th child in 1631. Inspired by his deep love, Shah Jahan embarked on the construction of a mausoleum in her memory. And that's the Taj Mahal we see today. It took a whopping 22 years and over 22,000 crowds people to complete. Picture 1,000 elephants hauling precious stones from across Asia and white marble all the way from Makrana, India. That's some serious dedications. Imagine the Taj Mahal like a giant, perfectly balanced building. That what perfect symmetry means. It's like a fancy way of saying everything on one side looks exactly the same one. The walls are covered in a beautiful writing from the Quran, the Islamic holy book, and amazing flower designs. Here's a cool fact: those four tall towers you see called minars actually lean outwards a tiny bit. There wasn't a mistake. The builders did this on purpose so that if there ever was a big earthquake, the minars would fall and damage the main tomb pretty. Believe it or not, the Taj Mahal isn't just white, it changes color throughout the day. In the morning, it has a soft pink bluish like a rose catching. The morning light, the color shift is due to the special translucent marble used as the sunlight hits the marble at different angles, reflects different colors, appearing brilliant white under the midday sun and mystical golden. Surrounding this architectural marvel is a breathtaking Persian garden, designed to represent it. Paradise on earth, lush greenery, reflecting pool and flowing fountains create a tranquil atmosphere, the perfect complement to the majestic white marble. From the romantic marbles of Taj Mahal, we head northeast to China. Forget everything you think you know about walls. The Great Wall of China isn't just a straight line of bricks, it's a giant winding snake made of stone stretching across China. Rugged landscape. This is it some quick weekend project? Construction began a mind-blowing 700 years ago, the 7th century, because over centuries different dynasties added their own section. Most well-known parts built during the Ming dynasties at 1368 and the 1644, creating the incredible structure we see today. This long construction period is why the wall is so incredible long and complex. It's actually a series of interconnected walls and fortifications, reaching a staggering 21,196 kilometers, like wrapping the Earth almost all the way around the equator. Sure, everyone knows the Great Wall was built to keep out invaders. But it had another hidden purpose. Think of it as a giant ancient tool booth. Since it stretched so far, the wall also served as a border checkpoint, regulation trade along the Silk Road, famous network of routes that connected China to the west. Imagine merchants paying toll as they walked their camels laden with spices and silks. Building such a massive project required some serious ingenuity. The Great Wall isn't made of just one material. They use bricks, stones, wood, even packed earth depending on the location. Pretty impressive considering the technology of the time. The wall isn't uniform either. It cannot be wide enough for several houses or soldiers to walk side by side, and its height varies from 5 to 9 meters. Sadly, a project of this scale came at a cost. Many workers are believed to have died during construction, and some stories even say they buried with the wall itself. But the Great Wall isn't just a reminder of the past, it's a symbol of China's enduring legacy. Today is a UNESCO World heritage site and major tourist attraction. Millions of people from all over the world visit each year to walk along the ancient path and experience a piece of China history firsthand. We are heading to Mexico Yucatan Peninsula to see Chichen Itza, Mayan city as amazing as Egypt pyramids. Forget a single pyramid. This was a whole bustling city full of life secrets. Think giant Mayan Disneyland, but way older and way cooler. The coolest building, Chichen Itza, is El Castillo, also called the Temple of Kukulkan. It's a giant pyramid that towers over everything else. However, this isn't an ordinary pyramid. It's quite special if you count all the steps on each side of the pyramid. There are 91 one on each side. That's a lot of steps. In the total, there are 364 steps, with the temple at the top being the 365th, the same number of days in the year. Twice a year, during spring and autumn, something amazing happens. The sun shines on the pyramid in a way that makes a shadow look like a snake slithering down the side. The snake represents a Mayan god named Kulkulan. Pretty cool, right? But Chichen Itza isn't all pyramids. There are giant ball court where the Mayans played a super important game called Tok. Think rock soccer. Maybe even sacrifices the coolest part. It's built so well. You can whisper from one end and be heard clearly at the other. Amazing for a civilization without fancy tools. And this wasn't just a religious center, it was a giant marketplace. Two people from all over came to trade. Imagine finding things from faraway lands. This trade connection is reflected in the architecture. Janet's is like a giant talking buildings. Pictures and symbols carved into the walls tell stories about the Mayans, kind of like an ancient comic book. These are called hieroglyphics. They show who the Mayan gods were, who their leaders were, and how smart the Mayans really were. We can also see how clever they were by looking at the buildings themselves. The Mayans built their city to line up perfectly with the sun and the stars. This means they knew a lot about math and astronomy, even without fancy telescopes. Chichen Itza is super old, built over 1000 years ago. It was bustling city of hundred of years. The 1400 everyone left. We're not sure why. Maybe there were too many people, or maybe there wasn't enough water. The good news is people found chicken and it's again in the 1800 and starting fixing it up. Today is it like a giant outdoor museum where you can learn